Have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions? Like your world has lost its color, and every day is just a repeat of the last? That was my life. Elara's life. A constant loop of grey. The alarm blares, I drag myself out of bed, stare into the mirror at a tired face, and wonder, is this it? My desk at work was a mountain of papers, each one a tiny weight pressing down on me. Emails pinned, deadlines loomed, and my own inner voice was the harshest critic of all. You're not doing enough, it would whisper. You're falling behind. Even at home, there was no escape. The laundry pile seemed to mock me. The sink was always full, and the silence of my apartment felt deafening. I'd scroll through my phone, seeing everyone else's highlight reels, their vibrant lives, their happy moments, and my own world just seemed to fade further into monochrome. I felt invisible, overwhelmed, and completely stuck in a fog of self-doubt. I tell myself I should be grateful, that I had a job, a roof over my head, but gratitude felt like another chore on an endless to-do list. The joy was gone, replaced by a heavy, persistent exhaustion. My reflection wasn't just tired. It was a stranger I didn't recognize anymore, a ghost haunting the edges of her own life. One rainy afternoon, hiding from another dreary day, I stumbled upon something. It wasn't a magic spell or a winning lottery ticket. It was an old, forgotten video on my watch later list. A talk by a woman whose eyes sparkled with a kind of energy I hadn't felt in years. She spoke about something so simple, yet it hit me like a lightning bolt. Our reality isn't shaped by what happens to us, but by the story we tell ourselves about it. Our mindset, the lens through which we view our world. She said you can't always change your circumstances, but you can always change your perspective. It sounded too simple, almost naive. How could just thinking differently fix the mountain of work on my desk or the emptiness I felt inside? But a tiny spark of curiosity flickered within me. What if she was right? What if the grey wasn't the world, but the glasses I was wearing? That night, I decided to try a small experiment. I found a dusty old notebook and wrote down 3 things I was grateful for. It felt forced at first. The hot cup of tea I had this morning. The rain stopped on my way home. My bed is comfortable. It wasn't profound, but it was a start. It was the first time in a long time I had actively looked for the good, however small. The next day, instead of eating lunch at my desk under the harsh fluorescent lights, I forced myself to go outside. It was just a 10-minute walk around the block, but I made a rule. No phone, no mental to-do lists. Just walk. I noticed the intricate patterns of the leaves on a tree, the way the sun caught the edge of a puddle, the sound of kids laughing in a nearby park. These things were always there. I just hadn't been paying attention. I started to consciously catch my negative thoughts. When that inner critic whispered, "You'll never finish all this work," I would pause, take a deep breath and reply, "I will handle one task at a time. I am capable of making progress." It felt silly, like arguing with myself, but slowly, the resistance started to fade. This wasn't an overnight miracle. It was a series of small, intentional choices, day after day. My gratitude journal started filling up faster. The walks became a non-negotiable part of my routine. Reframing my thoughts became a new habit. And as I practiced, something magical began to happen. The world started to regain its color. It started subtly at first. The green of the park seemed more vibrant. The blue of the sky looked deeper. The taste of my morning coffee felt richer. It was as if someone was slowly turning up the saturation on my life. The change wasn't just external. It was happening inside me. The fog in my head began to clear. With more mental space, I felt a pull towards things I'd long forgotten. I remembered how much I used to love painting. I dug out an old set of watercolors. The cakes all cracked and dry. My first attempts were clumsy, a mess of colors bleeding into each other. The old me would have given up, frustrated. But the new me saw it differently. It wasn't about creating a masterpiece. It was about the joy of creation itself, the feeling of the brush in my hand. So I kept at it, and soon, my apartment wasn't just a place to sleep. It was a studio filled with my own colorful, imperfect creations. This newfound energy rippled outwards. I started reaching out to friends I had been avoiding, not because I didn't care, but because I felt I had nothing to offer. Instead of waiting for an invitation, I sent a text, thinking of you. Want to grab coffee this week? The connections I had let fade began to rekindle, and their laughter brought a new kind of warmth into my life. I found joy not just in the big moments, but in the small, everyday ones. The satisfaction of a clean kitchen, the melody of a favorite song, the warmth of the sun on my skin. These weren't chores or distractions anymore. They were moments of peace, moments of joy. Challenges still came. A difficult project at work, a sudden unexpected bill. But they no longer felt like catastrophic failures. They were just problems to be solved. My mindset had shifted from, why is this happening to me, to how can I handle this? I saw setbacks not as proof of my inadequacy, but as opportunities to learn and grow stronger. I was no longer a passive victim of my circumstances. I was the active author of my own experience, painting my own world with every thought, every action, every grateful moment. The transformation was profound. I wasn't just going through the motions. I was dancing with life. Today, when I look in the mirror, I see a different person. The tiredness is gone, replaced by a quiet confidence. The stranger is gone, replaced by a friend. My world is no longer grey. It's a vibrant tapestry of color, light, and possibility. I'm standing here now, feeling the sun on my face, looking out at the horizon. And it's not a finish line, it's a beginning. The journey wasn't about finding a new life, but about discovering the beauty in the one I already had. It was about learning that the power to change your world doesn't lie out there somewhere, waiting to be found. It's been inside you all along. It's in your perspective. It's in the choice, every single day, to see the color, to feel the joy, and to step into the light. If you feel lost in the gray, just know that you hold the brush. You have the power to paint your own sunrise. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this journey with me. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking and subscribing for more content on finding the color in your own life. Remember to be kind to yourself today.